Hey everybody, I hope that you're having a good day. Alright, I'm gonna show you how to create this cube. Right, I bet many of you older students already know that you can trace a rhombus or draw a rhombus 3 times and it ends up looking like a 3-dimensional cube. But we are all going to create a cube and we're going to put them up together in the school so it'll look really cool. The cube represents a gift or a hope, so it goes along with the thing that we're also going to write after we finish with this. But I am going to do a demonstration right now so that the substitute can come around and help students and that sort of thing. All right, it's pretty straightforward, but there are a couple places where we can get a little bit hung up. Okay, first of all, you can put your paper like this or this, it doesn't really matter. I would recommend putting it vertical just because it gives you more space below, but it does end up fitting either way. All right, on your trays at your table, you have pencils, scissors, crayons for designing, and the templates or stencils to trace for the rhombus. All right, so that's all that. And this says trace because we are not going to cut these. All right, we have enough for every student to be using one at a time. All right, step 1 is to place it more toward the top of the paper in the middle. Okay, and do you see how it's going horizontal? So the rhombus is lying going back and forth. All right, we don't want to start off tracing it like this, okay, because then it doesn't quite fit right. So step 1 is to lay it here and trace it. You can use crayon or pencil to trace it, doesn't matter. Just like when we're tracing anything, we want to start up at the top, pull that line toward us. I think it's easier, at least for me, to kind of spin my paper around. Okay. Again, you know, it does not matter if things are not perfect, yeah? Okay, so there's my first rhombus. Now I gotta line it up right here, okay? So basically what I'm doing is I'm just bringing it down and sliding it, okay, into that position. So from here to here, I wanna line up that line as best I can. Again, I'm gonna start at the top, pull my line down toward the bottom, all the way around. This way I'm gonna go up. Okay, so that's numero dos. And then I'm gonna bring it over here to this side. And I'm gonna trace it one last time. And then I will have my cube. Even though it's not really 3D, right? My paper's only 2D, but it kind of gives the illusion of being 3D. Okay, so after you do that, I want you to decorate your cube so that you have 3 different types of lines in each section. I had some students ask if they can write things. They were thinking of a certain person that they wanted to give something to, and they wanted to write that person's name, and that's fine with me because technically, you know, letters are made up out of lines. So if you want to write a letter or a person's name over and over to create a pattern, that's cool. All right. The one thing I would say that helps, and you can use any color to do this step, okay? The one thing I would say is that it's gonna help it look like a cube, stay looking like a cube, if we make this line kind of a strong line. So again, I'm just starting at the top, all right? Going over that line as best you can. If you go outside of the lines, doesn't really matter. We are going to be cutting these out. Okay. If I want to use different colors, I could. I would recommend maybe darker colors or colors that show up. All right. You can be working along with this video. In fact, maybe that's what makes the most sense. That way the substitute, can pause the video. And I'm not sure if she goes by Miss Robin or something else. But anyway, I'm sure she'll let you know. All right, so I got my cube. Sweet. After I do that, I'm gonna start thinking about what kinds of lines I like. I kind of like this crosshatch line. It looks like a hashtag. It's called a crosshatch. Those words sound a little bit related, huh? You don't have to be working at the same speed as I am, obviously. And I'm not going to complete this all the way, because I still have to go home and pack and stuff. Okay, yeah. I think it might look nice to add some more color in there. Do the best you can to fill up the space. Cover the white, right? It's gonna look nicer if you do that. This panel might look the nicest because I covered up the white of the paper. That's obviously gonna take a little bit more time, but we wanna do our best work because we're gonna put all of these together in the hallway. All right? And if we all do a good job, it's gonna look really cool. And I haven't done this before, so I don't know exactly what it's gonna look like. Okay, so let's just pretend like I have colored all of my rhombus. Take my scissors. I don't have out the other scissors because the screws keep falling out of them. And then the scissors fall apart. What a pain. So I'm sorry about these. I know that they're not the best. But we got what we got. Whoever bought the other scissors might not have read the reviews. Okay. Rid of that. Turning the paper. So notice my hand is always just kind of going the same way. It's my other hand that turns the paper. Et voila, right? So gamma cubes. Imagine 400 cubes all together, or however many of us there are. That might look kind of cool, yeah? Okay, so after you finish that, you're gonna put your finished work on the blue tray, okay? And you're going to put your scraps into the blue basket. And then those yellow table helpers will be taking care of that, all right? So after you finish up with that, then you're going to think about what you'd like to put on this worksheet, okay? If I could hope for one thing for anyone, I would hope for what thing for whom, okay? And it can be like world peace for all of humanity, or a stuffed animal for my brother, or whatever, right? A new dog. I don't know. You guys think about what you would hope for. Okay? Make sure you put your name in your class code. Okay, everybody. Be so good. All right. Bye.